Who were we supposed to tell? Were we supposed to call some fantasy attorney general of moviedom?
I always thought maybe things could change for my daughter. I never thought things could change for me.
Just days after serving 3 months in jail for sexually assaulting an unconscious woman near a dumpster on Stanford campus after a fraternity party.
America is left to grapple with the consequences of another mass shooting in a school.
Sir, you are charged with 17 counts of premeditated murder.
It is the story that no one can stop talking about, the shooting of Trayvon Martin.
Across the country this weekend, hundreds were arrested in ongoing protests over police shootings of black citizens.
Are you guilty, sir?
I have said my plea.
Can you imagine being a parent of a little child who saw this scene that you're looking at right now?
The 13th Amendment to the Constitution makes it unconstitutional for someone to be held as a slave. There are exceptions, including criminals.
She made the really unorthodox choice of having a funeral with an open casket that was going to be very widely publicized, that was going to be attended by the national press. She wanted civil rights leaders and political leaders to see what they did to her child.
And he said, look, she's my wife, and I'm going to teach her that she can't lie to me.
And it all began with charges laid by LA police against O.J. Simpson in connection with the brutal slaying of his ex-wife Nicole and 25-year-old Ron Goldman.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant Orenthal James Simpson not guilty of the crime of murder.
All were really surprised and shocked by that because we felt like we really failed her as a friend.
I am speaking today, not just for the Me Too's, because I was a Me Too. But when I raise my hand, I am aware of all the women who are still in silence.
We are Jane Doe's no more.
Is that if anything, the arrests are actually just making more people confident that they have to speak out.
Well, first off, Emma, I want to applaud you for standing up and speaking out.
This helpful video, which looks a bit like the most harrowing episode of The American Office ever made, teaches you how to react if a man with a shotgun goes berserk in your workplace.
Kids hiding under the table because it sounded like a gun. Those are the things people don't think about.
Incredibly sad, and the imagery that was coming out of the news was just so eerily similar to Columbine, with the students running out with the hands above their heads and the armored vehicles on the lawn. It just brought back a lot of memories for me.
There was another rising star sharing that iconic moment, the man on the right helping to support her, Team Dr. Larry Nassar.
Larry, you do realize now that we, this group of women you so heartlessly abused over such a long period of time, are now a force, and you are nothing.
1 out of 4 human beings with their hands on bars, shackled, in the world are locked up here in the land of the free.
This whole story is depressingly familiar, and there are so many unanswered questions regarding why an officer would shoot an unarmed teenager.
And they've sort of stressed to us that, they want to protest peacefully, they want things to go peacefully, but they're not sure that, things are going to go that way. There's a lot of anger, a lot of frustration about how this has been handled.
Another police shooting last night in Minnesota.
We're waiting for a back. I will, sir. No worries. I will.
You can see one officer drawing his gun, and moments later, shots fired.
You see, my best friend Sam was raped by a man that we knew because he worked in the after-school program.
And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Grab him by the you can do anything.
That is wrong, absolutely. But here's the thing, he's not running to be the Pope.
Just statement made by Turner's father asking for leniency, saying his life will never be the one that he dreamed about and worked so hard to achieve. That is a steep price to pay for 20 minutes of action out of his 20-plus years of life.
Wow. What have you done?